Hey!
Bagong
Uy!
taon, we played the wrong intro. We played VP.
I
Hello.
noticed.
This
Ano,
is not
actually,
variable play. This is Larong Atin.
let me see if I can still change the theming. Hold on.
Yeah,
There you go.
the
It's been a while.
It's
but
still
Got
Larong
it.
Atin.
There you go. There.
stuff.
Yeah, we
But
do.
look at our
We
icon,
do.
it's
We
still
need to.
Happy New Year talaga. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's been a while. Let's
Ayan.
share
So,
to the groups.
so hello,
Okay.
welcome everyone.
Perfect.
Welcome to Larong Atin, which played the wrong OP. So akala niya variable play. We make Filipino games for Filipinos, by Filipinos, and then also to the world. So ganun na siya. And then, ayan. So we're all fresh from a long podcast break. A few months ata, alas. Maybe 2 or 3. So ayan. So
Yeah.
excuse us if medyo nagkakalat a bit. Yeah. Tapos ay dead air. Oh.
I'm just sharing.
Welcome back.
I'm
we're
just
doing
doing
all
the
the welcome
sharing
back
in
podcast.
the
Yeah, I
groups.
We can start with the
Yeah, I'll
recent
share
games,
also.
or maybe we can talk about our ABGF Singapore favorites that we've played.
Oh yeah. Oh, akin
Sounds
ano.
good.
Mine
Yeah, let's do that.
Sige, I'll go first.
Although I
Actually,
fear we might have the same answers, mostly. But maybe not.
no.
Nico.
Ako ano kasi. My ABGF game that I want to talk about right now, and also my last played game, as frequent as as last Tuesday ata yung huli kong play, is this game by Gemini Games called Gem Jam. Sa Pilipinas ko lang siya nalaro. I never got to play it in Singapore.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
the
tiny gems.
the cookie.
the cookies
gem.
with the icing thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
So-
Is it good? Is it good?
I got to play it. I got to play it in a cafe with a friend kasi dala. It was a gift for one of my friends. And then we got to play it. It's super cute. The art is great. Yung assets are all cutesy. And we were expecting na medyo light siya. But it's actually quite crunchy, lalo na sa scoring. Kasi per card, basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to collect sets of gems and cookies. So the gems by gems we mean yung gem cookies. Yung mga cookies na meron parang
It should be
sugar on
crunchy
top.
kasi those gems are crunchy.
So yun. So it's primarily set collection. Pero yung pinaka-gimmick niya is parang siyang mangkala a bit. Pero you get to pick a slot where you want to stay. So if you put your person there, yung lahat ng dadaan dun will be the ones that you'll collect for the round. But you need to place them on your board na agad. So you can't parang rearrange later on. So the tricky part of it is collecting sets as you go. Kasi you'll only score if you collect sets from your friends, which are basically scoring tiles. It's quite crunchy for something so cutesy. And then we had a good time mathing. Medyo yung joke namin is parang in fourth round pa lang, parang ganun. Natatakot na kami mag-compute. Kasi we can already see it coming. Because every one of your friends is a scoring mechanic. So you have to do some accounting. So something that's very super cute. Medyo sobrang crunchy nung math part. Yung dulo niya. But I'll play it again. I think I got a hang of it sa dulo na. Kasi parang, it's one of those games like parang, I guess, I don't know, yung mga, the ones na parang will haunt you when you play it at the later end. Parang, I should have left the space open to do this certain combination. But now there's no more space. I can't fill this parang 4 gem combo. And then that's basically it. It's a big game, surprisingly, for something so cutesy.
Pakita ko lang sa...
what?
Teka. Pakita ko lang kasi it's super cool eh. So just for the... so we were talking about these favorite snack that we had when we were younger, and they made an actual game. Now you can actually hold these things. I wanted to play
But
it,
they're
so now
super
I'm
small.
intrigued because you're telling me it is smaller than the actual one. But yeah, look
And
at
yung
those
friends, like
adorable.
no, but look at those friends. Everyone is a scoring. Parang if you complete those sets, you get that much
Yeah.
points for every set that you collect. So
Yes.
there's a lot to think about.
But so you feed them those gems, no? That's the idea.
Yeah, pero
That's
ano
cool.
naman, you,
Okay.
you don't score only on their table. Parang pumapasa-pasa sila around. You can count all of them across the board.
This
They end
looks
up with
like a
6
game
friends
that
by the end
needs
of the
a
game.
choking hazard warning.
Oo nga.
Yes.
I always
Yeah,
thought
They
so that's
probably
the
have it
Gem
in
Jam.
I always thought those gem
It's from Singapore.
cookies are only in the Philippines, but apparently it's an Asian thing. It's a Southeast Asian thing.
Oh, actually, sobrang
Yes, yes,
Filipino
yes.
coded nung, if you see the cookies there, pati may mga regular cookies sila, yung parang galing sa lata. Like even the design. It's so Filipino coded too. So, Southeast Asian, I guess.
Yeah, I always thought they were just a Filipino thing, but apparently, it's common.
Who wants to
Yeah.
go next?
Sige, go.
Me,
I'll search for it.
yung game, my standout game for ABGF was Orapa Mine. So,
Yes, I knew it.
it's this like innovation on Battleship where you have to find these gems in a grid. So, tinuro ko kay Aya. Tapos, naglaro kami. Syempre, talo ulit ako. And then, on the first game, tapos, it's on BGA pala. So, Orapa Mine is already on BGA. So, you can play it there. So, tinuro niya na niya sa game group niya. Tapos, hit daw siya. They've been playing Orapa Mine na consistently. So yeah, it's a very cool deduction game. You can play it competitive 1v1 where unahan kayo to find the gems, or there's a parang party variant where there's only one clue giver and the others are trying to figure out where the gems are. Tapos I haven't played pa, may expansion siya. Well, not expansion, may harder modes siya wherein you have these other gems that are really hard to find. Sila I have tried it na, pero me I haven't played it. I haven't played the one with the harder
Actually,
gems.
may expansion talaga siya.
Oh yeah, the Orapa Space.
Ito,
May expansion siya. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Sapphire expansion.
I really like Orapa Mine because usually when I like deduction games, but I don't like social deduction so much, just because social deduction tends to be noisy. Diba, I have an ear disability, so I don't like noise. But Orapa Mine is you can play it kinda like a party-ish game, but it's still deduction without the need for social deduction and noise. So yeah, I've also been interested in the re-implementation, the sequel, which is Orapa Planet, Orapa Space, but I don't know
Space.
how it's placed.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, bilis,
it is brilliant.
2024 and then 2025 na. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's really a good game, and then it hits well. And like usual nga na favorite ni Sir Freddy, it's taking something that's sort of like mass market, but then turning it into a modern take. So
Yes.
yeah, brilliant.
It's basically Battleship, but better.
Yeah.
But however, being a science nerd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not how light works.
Yeah.
Hindi siya
Okay. Hindi siya
Parang
filter.
prism nga eh.
So medyo
That's
siya,
true.
it works like you're applying paint instead of you're filtering light.
Yeah, yun lang. You
Parang
have to
siya
get over
nagko-color
it.
mix.
Yeah, nagko-color mix siya eh.
Kaya magical crystals that work like that's the excuse.
Apparently Orapa Mine is a real mine in Africa or
Oh,
something.
really?
Yeah,
That's
Orapa
Oh,
Diamond
okay.
Mine
Cool.
in
You like it so much,
Botswana.
you've gone into the deep dive of it, huh?
I think ginugol ko lang tapos
Oh,
parang, oh, there's an actual mine na Orapa mine. So, yun.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, mine going dahil nga nandun na tayo dun sa the games I really like are those that take something from something that's really mass market or so common and improving on it. Uh Mine was The Garden, which is basically tic-tac-toe except talagang it's not a solved tic-tac-toe. That's what I like about it. It's you have a first off you have a board that can be changed from one game to another, and then when you play a
yep.
piece,
Found it.
yeah, when you play a piece, it dictates how the opponent can play his piece. And while it is an alternate, you're alternating turns playing your pieces. If your opponent doesn't have a legal move, he skips his turn. It's such a brilliant and very minimalistic game. Yung sobrang konti ng components niya, but it's really good and it looks beautiful on the table as well.
Yeah. I think it's a re-implementation of
Mhm.
a German game.
Hmm?
Um,
What was it?
same but the components
Hindi
was not as good.
pronounce niya nga yan.
So the
Oh,
component, yeah. So Mien Leaf,
mhm.
something like that. So this is the original framework of it
So
in
yun yung
2010.
garden.
Pero when it was picked up nga ng Taiwan, ano to no, TBD, Taiwan Board
TBD.
Game Design, no?
Oh.
Yeah, so when they picked it up, they really improved the idea. Kasi suddenly there's this, the aesthetics and everything really works more cohesively. Like it's not just the shapes, and so now you can really relate to what it looks like. It is more impressive, really more beautiful packaging. So yeah, it is the same as before, but just even the alternating in the colors of the tiles as compared to the OG version, where you still do the same. This you can build your own map, but
Mhm.
because of how the tiles were colored, so yes, yeah, you you can see the the possibilities better than the wood edge ones na meron dito. Kasi I mean it's still the same. You see the
Yeah.
diagonal, the
Mhm.
cross, the outside, right? So same idea, but the garden just made it such a great theme, and yeah, such a transformation. So it's just impressive development work from TBD.
And then there's another edition of it, I think, yung Sanrio one. Pero parang
Yeah,
mix out
there-
of two games in
Ah,
one.
yeah, but I don't think they have a. Oh no. I don't know
it's
what's unique with them though. Okay, dun sa Sanrio. Let me see if they have it here.
it's a Taiwan only
No.
license, I think.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah. So, but brilliant design, and then the way it was implemented in the UX now really brought it to a level where I bring it to game night, and people who are new, very easy, they can just play it and they get it immediately. So sobrang ganda ng UX nung animals, the insects,
Mhm.
and they're very relatable to how their mechanics work. Cool.
Di ko pa nga na-try yan actually. Baka bukas I should try it. I keep saying it,
Oo
Oh,
na.
pero
really?
yeah.
You should.
Um,
Ito pala.
ako
Si
ang
Frederick
problema
is
ko,
in chat.
Oh yeah, si Derek's
Sir,
here. Let's show him.
Hello.
Show
hey,
there. Hi, Derek.
excited for ABGF. Sir
Mm.
Freddy, hindi ko maalala yung pangalan nung isa pang game na favorite ko. Si ano, the
Which one?
same time na nalaro natin nito.
Slime.
Uh,
Slime.
the what
The slime game.
slime was it?
Slime artist. Yung the
Slime
one where
artist.
you have to make ships.
Yeah.
No. Is it this?
But anyway, since
Yun
we're
yung may
there,
Yes,
ano.
yes, yes.
this is
Okay,
also amazing.
awesome.
In theory, it's kind of gross because you're
No,
it's basically Pictionary with sculptures. You have a
Yes.
Play-Doh.
yeah, it's Pictionary with clay,
Oh,
but they use the super high-end clay.
That's
Proprietary
it's
na
That
ata
it.
siya
it's
eh.
proprietary. They have like a patent for
Yeah.
it.
Sa baba. If
Oh
you check
wow!
the rules.
So the yeah, so the clay itself, hindi siya
Nadudumi.
nagki-keep ng dirt or ng oils.
Yeah.
So and then it's able to keep its own structure, blah blah blah. So very hygienic na clay. But yun nga, exactly what it's. You think about it. There's a typical list of names, and then you have to come up with your design, and you vote on people's uh, what they picked, what you think was theirs, and then you get a point if you are able to guess. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But so impressive. I'm like, yes, clay. Why? I mean, now I want to make a game about clay. 'But it's hard na I don't get shown into the same idea. Like, how do you use clay in a different way? But this it's so impressive because Pictionary or Dixit or the storytelling type. But now you instead of the cubes or whatever components that you stack, you're making or Pictionary, you're doing it with clay.
Mm.
Okay. How about you, Dwayne?
Yeah, so si Nathan muna before I come back. Kasi technically sinabi ko yung last game.
Yeah.
But Nathan,
Okay.
having played the
Nathan.
games that we brought back, kasi wala siya nung diba, ABGF.
Oh.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Do you have your bias na?
Meron naman, kaso the problem is I can't remember the name.
Oh.
And we're trying to find
Just the mechanic.
Okay lang, it's like
the
playing game.
Terminos one, the one where you are basically the demon slayer. With the Tetraminos, you train and then you
Katana Spirits.
Katana Spirit.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yes.
Oh.
I like
Also,
this
I need
game.
to get a copy but I guess sa May, I'll get a copy na. I messaged Joff.
I enjoy this.
He forgot. He didn't
kasi-
see my message.
So what about it, Nathan? Do you like?
I like the fact that there are different phases that aren't that are basically per player. So there's a phase for training and then there's a phase for combat, and the Tetraminos just work really well. It just seems really nice to play the puzzle, the inventory management, and then the way you
Yeah,
progress
yeah.
through the ranks. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a cute game, and I don't know, it just scratched an itch. I don't know if it's hard or not, but basta it's fun. There.
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
able
It's
to
pretty
get the
cool.
copy?
It's like
Tom had a copy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, you're drafting Tetraminos while you're in the training mode. And the Tetraminos, you're trying to put them in your skill grid. But because they would basically are different forms of attack to now deal damage to these enemies.
And
and then you get points and other skill building, very light engine building. So until you can reach the big enemies, but it's your. I know what Nathan is saying. It's like your puzzle solving. There's an ebb and flow because you're solving the spatial element of what to draft, and then spatial element of how to put it in your board, and then looking back at the enemies now to figure out what is best to target so that you'll get the engine, which then loops back. So, and then there's this aspect pa ng sort of you get tired. So every time you have to get out of battle, you're at this state that you're gonna be sort of losing some energy or life. And then so there's also this racing aspect of the game that is also very interesting. Cool. Yes, I also like this. I got to play it when they were designing, so it was pretty fun.
oh, really? You got to try it when
Cool.
you're designing it. Mm.
Yeah, when they were designing it, he brought it nung bacon.
Bacon?
He
Oh,
brought that
Oh,
design when
nice.
I don't think I got to see
yeah,
it.
yeah. So I got to see it the convention before.
Before.
And
Yeah.
we were already, I think it was the Sunday, the Sunday morning, the usual and then yon
Dun sa-
he brought it up, and then we had some comment. But seeing I really like the backpack, the backpack aspect.
Yung inventory.
Yeah,
So, I'll
cool.
slide one in lang. It's still not out. Pero I think they're gonna go on Kickstarter for a bit. It's the first game I got to play sa ABGF. Kaya medyo tumatak din. It's called Terra. They have a page on BGG na. But it's basically an area
Okay.
control game. It's the first game nung designer. So, medyo impressive siya when you got to
Ano
play it. So,
spelling?
I have a lot of
At
Terra with a Y in the middle. It's a
Yeah.
Terra. Ganun. Ra.
Hindi pa siya available. They're just there promoting their Kickstarter. I don't know if they're
TEY.
going to be
Sorry.
available in Vito.
Letter T, letter. Let me just
E.
search. Let me show you.
Oh,
So
is it the one with the
TEY.
Yes, there, that's it.
Okay,
That's
gotcha,
all.
gotcha.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay,
there, that's
okay, okay.
and so it's an area control game, pero
Yeah.
it's a bit like may
Oh.
onting it might remind you a bit of Smash Up, but not really.
Yeah.
Because you're playing basically numbers and suits.
Mhm.
And it's very interesting
It's-
kasi with the space na very much explored like this, kasi there's a lot of area control, like mga Marvel Snap type na gameplay. They got to work a lot with yung available space kasi it's basically blackjack. So it's
Yes,
blackjack
it's-
with powers. It's very interesting.
Smash up
Marvel
blackjack.
Snap.
Oh.
Nice.
Smash up blackjack.
More or less, yeah. So,
Cool.
we're excited about that too.
That
Considering
works.
the first design siya nung nung
Oh yeah.
designer.
Oh no, the locations.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the locations
The
are very
locations,
actually one
and
of the
then-
strongest points. May mga
So you
abilities yung location. Sobrang
You can bust
The
kasi.
best-
That's what makes it different.
yes. And the locations are varied enough na every location is actually kind of yung unique yung mechanic. And then there's multiple
it's-
copies of a single location.
Para siyang Smash Up, but it has that feeling of Guildhall.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah.
Guildhall. May ganun siya eh. Parang pag Smash Up and Guildhall had the baby.
Yes.
Tapos
Oh, yeah,
may
and
Kasi
hinanong
the
sa
suits, gotcha. Kasi the suits are the one that are giving the powers, no?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Kaya
So
siya
you can
nandun yung
prioritize.
Guildhall effect niya.
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool.
What else?
Tapos ang bilis nila nito mag-create ng expansion because they just need to, they can use the same suit but different power sets. And
Yeah.
Replace the leaders.
So suddenly-
replace the-
Replace
Yeah,
the location.
exactly.
Hmm.
Steam. Good framework. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
So
The
mga
game that I've been
I think
also
that's
bringing
what I
up.
appreciate.
Oh,
oh
Yeah,
yeah, go
sorry,
ahead.
that's
mention.
what I really appreciate with Asian Board Game Festival is the games are really impressive in terms of just the unique take. I mean,
Oh,
of course, we're very familiar. We have a lot of games that we play from the international market. But when you go to the Asian Board Game Festival, the games there are so interesting because it's really something you normally don't get to see. That's the really enjoyment for me. It's always very and they're always quite appealing because you relate to them really fast. Like yun nga, the gem, the icing. I said the gem uh, game, the gem cookies, the even the simplest things like cook there was a game last maybe like a year or so ago, um, and yan. So okay, we have a question here from Ryan. I was wondering what is ABGF all about, how the event goes, and just to make say here's a Philippines po. Yes.
oh yes, see,
Well,
that's
the good
Ryan from
thing about
Unpub.
it.
Hi, Ryan. He goes to
Hi
Unpub with
Ryan.
Amel.
So
Right,
so
that's yeah.
what's interesting with ABGF is that we're gonna have ABGF here in the Philippines. So you get to experience it yourself. The way it works, and you can look at some of our videos because we did some coverage naman in our visits in ABGF. But it generally the way it works is that you have publishers from all over Asia. They're smaller publishers, indie publishers. They're really grassroots uh, na na publishers. So not your typical big sort of international wide reach. So these are really upcoming or wide enough, but it really just on an Asia perspective, and their designs and content and ideas and pricing and sizing and everything all very Asian oriented. So you always see these creative ideas, and then the way it works is that there's just a hall of all of these exhibitors and publishers, and it's like your convention na you see in all of these demos and you see all of these new games. So that's generally how it works. And we've gone to Singapore a couple of times, of course. We've gone to Malaysia. I think the team also was able to visit. Ano pa nga ba? Where was the other ABGF?
Malaysia. Malaysia was the
It
other
wasn't
one.
called ABGF. It was Big F
Right, yes.
Yeah.
in Thailand.
It's a different
Right.
one.
Thailand. Yeah. But same idea, no? Na we're highlighting the Asian designs,
Mhm.
Asian companies, Asian publishers, and really giving them the limelight.
Yes.
And kami, even us, no, when we started, so we're gonna have ABGF here in the Philippines, but we were also just invited in Singapore. So Larong Atin, we started this many years ago, but it was really a privilege for us. Sobrang na-amaze kami in our visits there. Na they will give us a booth, and we're able to sell and showcase our games to the Singapore market, the Malaysian market, and it's really fun and amazing to feel and see uh, other fellow Asian country folks to try out our games, our Filipino games. I have I don't know if I can pull it up. I'll pull it up in a bit. But like Nathan, akala nung isang designer, ako yung nag-design nung tayog. So nagpapapicture siya sa akin. Sabi ko, yeah, you taught me this game. I know I taught this game a couple of times, but maybe that's a different person that you're talking about. So, tapos, no. You taught me this game, but I also have your game. Okay. So, alam niya. So, we taught her pala that game. But since wala si Nathan nung November, um, nagpa-picture na lang siya sa akin na as if ikaw si Nathan. It's like, kulang na lang. Uwi nga to, balik mo nga sa akin pag napirmahan na.
Parang,
But
parang
yeah,
proxy nagninong, no?
nag-proxy ako for Nathan. Parang hawak-hawak naman niya yung folded. Diba? Sabi ko, salamat. I already have your game folded with it. So, yeah, and nung time na yun when we were going to ABGF, it was just the smaller team pa lang when we went there. Pero grabe yung reception na nila about the Filipino games. And we've talked about that here many times. So, we're excited also to see how you guys are going to be experiencing this. Kasi nga, kami, we get to enjoy it every time we visit. So now, they're coming to us, which is also quite an impressive thing. That just meant, na there's some real recognition also of the Filipino gamers, the Filipino gaming culture, and so forth. So yeah. So yun. So sorry, Dwayne. Na-excite ako masyado dun sa tanong ni Ryan. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Yeah, it's a good chance for like smaller publishers that don't get the usual attention from even the Asian markets. And so it's kind of like, well, I don't know. I don't want to borrow this phrase, but it's sort of like a safe space for these smaller publishers to incubate in. So that's how ABGF feels. And sa akin, siguro ibabalik ko dun sa early days ng Magic, nung wala pang internet and wala pang spoilers. And when you go to a pre-release, when you see the cards, everything's new. And even some of the games in ABGF are like old, but when you see it for the first time, wala pang hype eh. You don't have hype going ahead, you're excited to be there, but you don't know what you're gonna see. So when you see something, talagang meron kang, wow! Hindi yung parang na-hype dahil sa Kickstarter campaign, tapos, di ba? So, iba yung feeling nung hina-hype ka na or meron kang spoiler or you have an idea what you're going to see. As opposed to like, you're going there, you have no idea, saw something, played it, wow, ang galing ah. So, merong ganong sense of wonder and exploration while you're at ABGF instead of, I have to fall in line with this booth kasi limited yung ano. So it feels very different from conventions I go to, let's say in the US or in SN, na pagpasok ng mga tao, meron lang silang pupuntahan, diretso sila dun sa booth ng malaking publisher. Unahan sila kasi 100 copies lang ilalabas. Diba? So they're there to be the first kid on the block instead of having first experiences. Do you get what what the difference is?
Yeah, absolutely. And it is but to me, because I like collecting sort of the interesting games, and it's always I'm my friends and I would always like react, Ron, where did you find that game? Yeah, because I rummage through where ayoko nung like if I travel, ayoko nung tourist trap. Mas gusto ko yung mga side street, discovering new stuff. And that's the feel of ABGF. Everybody's there, super friendly. If you guys have seen our video, they really jump around, literally. Like, para sobrang jolly ng mga tao. And then you see their games, and you're just dumbfounded. How did you think about this? Where did this idea come from? And then you ask, and you now learn their history, and you realize, hey, okay, I did not expect ever to have that approach. I remember when we met the designer of Inconversible, right? And that's it from ABGF, Asian Board Game Festival. So he had such a painful emotional experience of having a breakup, and then so he made the game out of it. Tapos sabay sila ni Thomas, talagang para silang kindred spirits. Yes, I also made the game that's about my heartbreak of breaking up. And so yun, diba? You don't easily get to see very relatable So hindi naman sa amin belittling or parang but syempre, di ba, typical game designs would be, you know, farming in the Mediterranean or things like, meron din silang ganon. Pero nakakatuwa lang talaga on the creativity. Kasi nga, it's coming from a very different view and very different angle. Rio, if you wanna, I think contact Dwayne or reach out in the Larong Atin page so that we can,
Yeah, we'll accommodate you sa
inquire dun sa
chat
kanila.
or email.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way
Yes.
pala,
So just
I wanted to
message.
add- yeah. And I wanted to add dun
Go
sa
ahead.
story ni Bright. So, actually, yung bookend niya was actually ABGF Singapore last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hindi niya alam yung update, no?
Mm.
So, Bright went there as a visitor. Pero kasi, through the years, nag-usap kami ni Bright. Like, we became friends, basically. Kahit, like,
Mhm.
little English, tsaka little Korean lang kami. Like, auto translating friends kami. But what
Nice.
happened was, I think in the process, kaya siya rin tumigil mag-booth per se. Kasi na-pick up siya ng Naver. So Naver, if you're not familiar, is yung dating social media.
Wow.
I used to have an account. So, okay, sige, sorry. Detour lang. Sobrang hirap gumawa ng account dati sa Korea kasi they always require you to have yung citizen number mo. So back then, when we were kids, we were in high school, we had to fake those numbers. So baka may nanakawan kami na as identity or something when we were kids. I don't know.
Oh my God.
So we can chat with our
And you
friends
just recorded it online.
Pero hindi, ngayon I think
I'm sorry.
basic, facing forward,
We're not affiliated to. Go ahead.
but I think facing forward, diba, since naging mas international na nga, so they're not as strict anymore with the parang identity thing. So, ayun, it was basically, Naver picked him up for a few works. So, yung mga web comics, he makes games for them. So, nung nag-usap kami, minention ko na
wow.
I'll be there. I'll be in Singapore as usual, ganun lang. If he was around, baka we can talk about the Philippines, ganun. So sabi niya hindi pa sure and everything, but sabi niya pupunta rin siya sa Singapore. And then he just basically gave me a copy of in full Korean, nung one of his neighbor games. And yung idea niya is, I think he's happier now in general. Mas light na yung conversation.
Nice.
We talk better here. So he got over it.
Good,
and then
good.
Inconversible actually was reprinted under a different theme. Mas naging fantasy siya for a while. So hindi lang siya like the
Oh, okay.
Inconversible, meron fantasy Inconversible. And yeah. So
Nice.
I think he might drop by sa Philippines then for ABGF Philippines, or he might even booth. But I think
Yes!
Inconversible din. And
Let's
hi, Brian.
go! Guys.
Alam niyo may connect yung
Yan,
game niya
isa
sa
pa yan.
Pilipinas. I'd like to go back
They'll
to
relate to
Rio's
everybody's gonna relate.
Si Rio.
So there's several layers to ABGF. So it's a B2C event primarily, but it's slowly shifting into a B2B event. So you can go there with prototypes, or let's say you're marketing something for Kickstarter, which happened with yung Terra na game that wasn't available last ABGF Singapore. They were just there demoing. So you can go there, demo without a product, test it out, check the temperature. You can also be there with products. You can be there to connect with other publishers. If you're a designer, you can hopefully, if you're looking for a publisher, maybe you can find a match there. So there's different people have different reasons for joining as an exhibitor in ABGF. So, however, if your game is very raw, I would suggest you joining Unpub instead of, going straight to ABGF. And then once you have a working prototype na medyo mas malinis na, you can demo it at ABGF.
Yeah. Kasi we're also planning na if this is successful, na every year na to. So, maybe if this year is too soon, you can get prepared.
Well, nasa ating mga Filipino communities ang pagtulong para lalo tayong puntahan ng ating neighbors.
Yes.
But we're not pulling the hey, please support us. No, it's not that. It's not that. We really want to share with you the enjoyment and just bliss that we get whenever we get to see really creative ideas. Na-mention dito ni Erlen. How do you develop the rummage? Actually, more on I just am exposed nga to all of these very unique ideas for more often than not. So that's why I end up having paggaling sa ganitong designer, paggaling sa ganitong publisher, silipin natin kasi iba yung approach nila. So like the team who did Name It, right? The guy who's doing the demo is not the designer, but he's like one of the most amazing persons that can do demos. So if you even that alone is such an experience already.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting nga eh. I remember pa was it Hero or so he had very little English, like almost none when he started, and so he would bring flowcharts on how to play his game. So people
Oo.
are just like there and
Si Gota tayo.
Most
si
of the
Gota,
Japanese,
si Gota. Sorry. So si Gota,
even Hobby Japan
Yeah.
was like
So
that.
si-
And what's the other one? The one with the long boxes.
Oink.
Iten?
Ethan.
No,
Ethan, yeah, Ethan.
Ethan is the long box.
yeah.
But yeah, si
So
Gota
so that's
wasn't there, pero ang daming stories about Gota.
Yeah. So what's so interesting about it, and you can just see the Asian culture really kick in, no? Kasi nga, okay, so the designer doesn't have a lot of English skill set, not how they grew up, but they want to showcase their game. So they printed out a flowchart. Guess what? Talagang lalapit ang mga patrons dun sa Singapore. They look at the flowchart, tapos tinatry nilang gawin, and then magsa-thumbs up or thumbs down lang si Gota kung tama yung ginagawa nila. Tapos maya-maya nagtatawanan na sila, pati si Gota nakikitawan na rin. And you're going like, yeah, you don't do that in a normal like big like Gen Con. Tapos hindi mo kayang explain mo next, di ba? But here, because it's that nature of really a small designer, upcoming, or at least a really good designer, and you're just really trying to connect. So I think that's a big plus, a big driver of just the sheer enjoyment of ABGF. So even for this year nga, so normally the everyone knows naman we normally would run a bacon around this time. So just to make space nga for all of the designers kasi ang dami nung parating. I think nabibuild up pa lang yung list. So more likely ibibigyan natin ng highlight talaga, and we're gonna make way for all of the designers coming in para lahat ng mga games nila, lahat ng mga art creative work nila is may experience natin. There's also a lot of other artists that are coming, and local artists also are participating. So there's so much to see. So parang naisip namin, okay, we wanna showcase and give space for all of these people. So let's orient this towards really how normally ABGF is. And then let's see how things will evolve. I know this will grow, especially with the support of everyone, that this will grow, and it will also have more adjustments over the years. But at the moment, we want everyone to experience how we are also experiencing it in the other countries. And so we want to bring that here, and that's why we have Asian Board Game Festival Philippines, and we're super excited to share with you guys because it's our privilege every year. Alam mo yun? Actually, near nga ng birthday ng wife ko minsan yung Singapore. So laging tricky. Laging tricky. Pero ginagawa ko ng paraan kasi para siyang reunion na rin ng mga designers. And where else can you find? We had a glimpse of that, no, for the past 2 years nung convention natin. But that was just 3 of them, 2 of them. Imagine nyo now kung ilan na sila. Ano na yung number, Dwayne? of the total designers that are coming in. So yun. Anyway, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, tsaka I wanna
Yeah,
share.
so,
Sige, go Dwayne.
I know, go ahead,
Ayan.
share first.
Sige.
Sige, sige.
What I wanna share then is that not only do you, it's kasi sometimes you might think na it's okay, it's just board games like the normal board games you see, pero Asian themes, ganon. Pero hindi din, it's not only that, you're going to feel the difference in Asian board game design, like the ways that
Right.
Asians
Absolutely.
design games. It's not as wild as the difference between like American style and European style, right? But you also notice that Asian designers, wherever you are in Asia, are solving similar game design problems. So, like for example,
Mm-mm.
European and American games are usually very, very big. Asian games are usually very small. Why? Because Asians have smaller houses, so the games are smaller. You see a lot of games are very elegant and are very simple, or are evolutions of like what Sir Freddy and Ron were saying, na evolutions of mass market games. Why? Because the board game industry in Asia is not as developed and not as widespread as Europe and America. So yung game design din natin has to that the Asian designers are doing has to breach into the mass market, or have that ibang hook to get more Asian people into board gaming. So you can kind of see that the flavor of game design, the flavor of games that you'll be playing in Asian Board Game Festival are very different. Well, not about very different, but iba. It's like a different
They
cuisine.
feel.
Oo.
They feel and look
feel different.
very Asian. And it's not just the theme. Although yes, ang laking appeal nung nakaka-relate ka dun sa theme.
Yes.
Because you show that icing gem game to European countries, they wouldn't recognize. Oh, what is that? Why does it have a cap? So, ayun.
There's an
Emil has a question.
So before
go ahead.
there's an interesting anecdote. When you were in ABGF last time, there were some Dutch people.
Mm.
They were there on the trip. They were funded. They were funded by an NGO. They came to visit Asian Board Game Festival.
No, they were
Kasi-
funded by the government.
By the government. Yun.
They were an NGO of gamers funded
Wow.
by the Dutch government
Sana.
to visit ABGF to experience Asian culture gaming.
Yeah. And
Ang
then
galing. Kaingit. Tayo industry.
yung nakakatawang comment nila.
Tayo out of pocket lahat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kasi ito, and ano pa, gamers pa, not even industry. But anyways, they had a funny comment. Their comment was, why aren't there many Asian games about war? And
History,
why aren't there any Asian games about that are horror themed? Pero yung horror actually hindi masyado. Pero war, bakit? Kasi if you look at European and American games, especially American games, di ba? Puro World War, puro ganon. Kasi yung Asian games, wala masyado. And then yung suspecha namin, it's because the Asian countries lost most of their wars. So kaya parang it's not a point of pride.
We're the receiving end of that,
Ha?
Yun,
Pero yung-
tama naman si Sunny. Violence is not the answer.
Pero yung
Yes.
counterpoint natin sa kanila, why aren't there any
Also-
American games or European games about food? Habang Asian games, sobrang daming Asian games about food.
Yeah, absolutely. Isang bagay yun. Meron
And if you
naman.
look at the food,
Meron naman.
Not as much. Oo.
Pero hindi katulad ng...
If you look at the Western food games, if you look at the Western food games, marami sa kanila is about running the business.
Oo, running the business,
Hindi
not
siya
eating
necessarily
the
about
food.
the food itself.
Yeah,
So,
yep,
Kain lang tayo ng
yep,
kain.
yep. Yeah,
Actually,
but-
we have a surplus of food.
So,
Actually, I had a very long talk about that with her when she asked me that. And then yun nga, parang talagang off the top of my head, I really I think it's just because we're not so proud of our history, but pinagmalaki ko yung isang game ni Nico na ginawa niya was yung tinatawag naming Fury of Aguinaldo, but that's not actually the title. But again, I told her, it's about the Spanish-American War, but again, in that war, we lost.
American
Yeah, tsaka-
Philippine American War. Yeah, but we lost that.
Filipino-American War.
American Filipino-American War. But again, in that war, we lost. So
Yung
yeah,
main
so
mechanic
I guess
is
it's not just something that we're so proud of.
Like we were very good at retreating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But yun, you can see a damning Asian games about food because I guess our food tastes better than the Europeans and American food. That's probably we're
Very,
prouder
very
of our food than. But I don't know. Let's see. But yun,
Well, yung an
Yeah.
interesting thing
So-
about yung horror as a genre. Actually, in BIGF last year, there was an active, parang conscious decision to make horror games. So kasi yung theme nila so BIGF is a separate festival. So it's a separate na board game show in Thailand naman. Pero they have, as part of it, meron silang parang, it's a it's a creator-owned Asian-themed horror game na contest. And then there were a lot of ideas na sobrang interesting dun. So meron parang Phasmophobia, may mga ganun. And then I think Thailand is slowly cornering the horror market. Kasi they have like,
Yeah.
remember the Spirit of the
Yeah.
Glass game?
nalaban ako dyan.
And then,
Nalaban
Oh my
ako
gosh.
dyan.
yes, magkakaroon tayo soon.
where else you gonna get
Meron kay Nico. So, ever since we've always found it quite brilliant. And what's also interesting is dun sa so in terms of what's the key difference as compared to, let's say, Bacon. So Bacon is a very community driven, sort of game group focused convention, while ABGF is going to be the indie publisher focused convention. So that's mainly the thing where what you highlight. So kasi what we're highlighting for Bacon is how you can connect in different game groups. While in ABGF, the highlight is we want to showcase and give an audience to the amazing designs. And so it's really more of like if you go to toy cons, if you go to these geek conventions, if you go to cosplay and things like that. So a lot of booths, a lot of demos, a lot of tables around these demos, and you're just hopping from one designer to the next and finding your next favorites and the things that you will be fans of. And mind you, hindi yan lahat din naman small. So you'd still see like games there na parang, wow, sana may time ako para upuan yung game na yun. Kaso, yung problema lang pagka masyado marami para okay. Tapos lalo na kami na we have to run demos din. So nagre-reliable lang kami, pagod na si Dwayne doon magturo ng folded wishes tsaka tayo. Punta na ako, lapit na ako. Tapos siya Dwayne naman yung kapay, ngayon ikot naman sa mabalik. Try mo yung ganitong game doon. Okay, sige, ikot na ako. So ganun siya on us on a demo perspective. But for you guys, for the Filipino market, I think so in terms of the format, generally more there are some free play tables, but there will be definitely way more tables for the designers and publishers. As in contrast dun sa Bacon na format. Because nga Bacon is more on the game group focused. There is some
That doesn't mean the gaming communities aren't welcome. In fact, we want
yeah.
gaming communities to be there and then experience a different kind of event that is creator focused. And basta you'll feel a different vibe. It's not where you I'm just with no you go there and have that rummage through the bush mentality. That's not hard for me. Sinabalik ko kasi yung sinabi ni Earl. Because talagang yun nga, when I started gaming, I had, there was no internet. So, everything was like, first time ko itong makita talaga. I haven't seen it on a YouTube video. I haven't seen it on a... So it's very different eh. So
yan yung expression mo.
Mentality.
Yes.
Na hindi ako
one more thing, although
ako ng 4 hours ng Twilight struggle. Hindi ganun yung mentality mo. Dapat nandun ka. I want to do something new.
Yeah.
Di ba?
That's what it's
If you want to play
struggling.
Twilight Struggle, you can do that at other events. You can do that at home. But for ABGF, I
Yeah.
really strongly
For
go to the tables.
and
Saka
for those who
you'll
yeah,
see
for
a lot
those who
of
might
games
ask din
that
naman, we
will
plan to have the gamer focused pa rin naman na conventions later on in the year kasi medyo nagsasabay-sabay na rin sila with the other gaming conventions. So
One
we
other
still will be doing that. That will still run. We're just figuring out, but our
yung
focus right now is the Asian Board Game Festival. But
so sige,
you,
schedule
yes, go
wise
ahead,
lang, one of
Wayne.
the reasons why we're having it sometime in Maiden is kasi in relation to the international
Yes.
parang fair mark kasi we do care about the other fairs kasi festivals aside from ABGF. So ABGF we have Malaysia in July I think, and then also
August ata
November
ang
na
Malaysia.
Singapore.
Yeah.
August ba?
Yes.
I
think
I think it's July.
they moved it.
Well,
Okay.
I'll check again. Kasi no Georgetown
It's
Festival
the Georgetown
usually.
Festival.
Okay.
Dun siya sumasabay. So, yung ganun, and then there are other ones as well. So, in Thailand, there are multiple. And so, we want to be a bit sensitive, pero we want the schedules to fit. Kasi a lot of them go around din. So, kami rin,
Yes.
pupunta rin kami sa kanila. And then, sila rin, pupunta rin sila. Like, iba-ibang places. Ganun. And then, we just see each other every time. Parang,
Oh.
Oy, I saw you last week, but in a different country. Yeah. So,
Yes.
that's the like the current situation of the parang Asian board game festival culture. So we're just really going around talaga. Kasi for everyone.
Yeah,
like,
we're
even
just
with the
figuring out how to
international-
make space for everyone.
Yes. So
Even
we
from
do
a
care about
you know,
the events.
from the convention perspective. Kasi nga, syempre, everyone's trying to showcase their games. And so that's why we also decided nga na, that's why ABGF was really also designed nga for Asian designers. Because meron ka naman din ng mga mainline, big publisher conventions. And then, of course, the Gen Con, the SN, and all of those. So we will probably time another one for the gamer focus, our Bacon, which is something homegrown in the Philippines. So that will still happen. It's just that our core focus muna is just to run and give the showcase nga for the Asian designers, and then we'll do another one later in the year. So that means isa lang ibig sabihin nun, there will be more conventions for us in the Philippines altogether, which is the awesome idea, di ba? I mean, we have also our friends who are also running their conventions in different conventions all throughout. So it's great. That's a good sign. That means that the industry, there's enough traction for conventions to grow in the Philippines. So that's great, and we want to support everyone, and want to give space nga for everyone. So kaya yan ang design ng ABGF. And yun nga, we're really excited. It really feels different. I have gone to larger conventions also in Europe, and the feel is very different. So when I first got to ABGF, it's big yet homey. Ganun yung at least my interpretation of it.
Actually, yung if you go to ABGF, sige, go.
May nag-comment, di ko alam kung i-address ba natin kasi mali-leak. Wala kami sinabi.
Ganyan. Hindi ako magsasalita.
Yeah.
Pero
Hi,
yan.
Adam. Nice to see you. Yun lang.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Pero yung designer interviews, Keo, for the designer interviews, there will be some designers who will be doing specific talks. There will be interviews. And as a bonus, actually, as you go around the tables, you will actually be talking to the designers themselves. You can interview them one-on-one as you're playing their game.
Yeah.
How's that?
I'm also trying.
So
You get to be the creator. These aren't big guys. These are, sometimes, kung sino yung publisher, siya na rin yung designer. So,
lahat na.
you
Lahat
get to meet
na.
them.
Artist,
Yeah.
content creator. si doon sa Capital, sino Seo, di ba? Kasi
Seo.
siya yung nasa social media niya, siya
Oh,
din yung nasa game design niya. So,
Ang funny na
ganun talaga
software
eh.
din yun.
Siyempre, Asian market, alam mo naman kung gaano ka-tactical sa spending.
Yeah.
Yun. So, definitely, there will be a stage for the designers. There's also going to be a booth dedicated naman for the um, publishers so that they can go through the battery of showcasing the games and then hopefully magawa natin sila ng mga how to play videos. So we'll assist them also with that with some of our sponsors. Yun.
And then, even as early as
Um,
February, we're gonna tease a little bit, may mga onting interviews with some of the designers. Although, syempre, online lang. So, leading up to ABGF, we'll be talking to some of them na. Like, kunwari ako, may personal
Yeah,
pet
we'll be-
project ako. So, I really want the Malaysian group to thrive. Kasi they're like a group of small designers. Now, they're very talented. So, I'm really parang finding ways for them to get a spotlight more. So, like if one of the games
Yeah,
na
yeah.
nila is nanalo ng PGG na contest, yung isa na feature sa malaking review site, mga ganun type ng like very small publications and designers, pero very big potential. And then, by highlighting those, I think we can help the market at large.
Okay. Question on Gen Zs. At least in Singapore,
Best
no?
answer.
Very interesting. We really get the whole battery of people that are going. So we get as young as grade schoolers. Minsan talagang toddlers pa, parang paano ko ituturo yung folded wishes dyan? Parang yun yung,
Last year
and then we have
had that
seniors. Yeah. Mga senior
No, no, we
citizen
recorded-
talaga po naglalaro pa kayo. Ang galing ah.
yeah, yung special dun, yung yung the senior pastor from Hong Kong. Yun naalala ko talaga.
Yeah.
Advocate,
And then he was
advocate
here,
talaga.
he was there 2 years in a row straight.
Yep.
So,
But-
they're a
Yeah.
group from Hong Kong na I think they're a church group and they just go to ABGF talaga.
Yeah.
As part of siguro their community building also. But so that's really and at least on our perception, Gen Zs are pretty excited about gaming. Very receptive. Especially in Singapore, in Malaysia, same. So crowd is from Gen Z to millennial. But yun nga, we get some really yun nga, either dala ng parents yung mga bata or
No, kasi
yun,
our booth was
seniors
specifically equipped for that. Kasi we were offering basically.
yes.
We were the specific math game area for the convention. So meron talaga tayong
kasi
special group of
Interesting that we're getting known for like being we're Philippines. They're the experts. I don't know what the word is, but abstract games, you go to the Philippines, Philippine area. What? When did we start having that? Kasalanan ni yan eh. Ni Nathan
Ni
eh.
Ron.
Saka ni Ron eh.
It wasn't on purpose.
I'd
Pero
like to go back to
eventually-
the Gen Z question again.
Mhm.
The past year, we've been working with a lot of schools, a lot of some LGUs, and yung reception sa amin palagi ng mga bata is very good. Talagang natutuwa sila and talagang wow, buti meron pa nga isang event, di ko na sasabihin kung ano. Buti na lang nandito kayo kasi 2 araw na medyo bored eh. So meron talagang there's a really there's that want in that generation for these types of experiences maski na hindi sila sanay dahil sanay lang sila sa digital. But we're seeing a very, very stark divide na may konting economic divide that tabletop games are more accessible or known to medyo may affluent communities. And then when we're working with, less privileged communities, medyo parang bago talaga sa kanila. And we want to bridge that gap, and that's why we want to work with more uh, LGUs, more grassroots. But that's locally, of course.
I
So
I'd
for
like to
ABG, yeah.
I'd like to share then na I think ABGF is somewhat specially equipped to like deal with, let's say, Gen Z and ano those kasi what I noticed with a lot of the, let's say, western games, right, medyo hati sila in the sense that there are western games that are catered for parties and stuff like that, which is generally reaching out to new people, right? But also a lot of western games are already catering to the gamers themselves, the parang the gaming community themselves, kasi malaki na yung gaming community. Yung ABGF, yung mga Asian games, they kind of generally all have this gateway feel to them, kasi you kind of know that Asian designers, since Asian board game communities are not as big as Western board game communities, Asian game design is also somewhat trying to reach out to new people and trying to convert them to the hobby. And then not only do you see that in how accessible the games are, but also generally Asian games are a little bit smaller and cheaper, because you're catering to new people, and it's also, I guess, business wise, it's also riskier venture. So you're being more aware of yung risk factor and stuff like that. So so actually Asian games, I think, are a good tool in reaching out to people outside of the hobby.
And just as a caveat, to it, gateway doesn't mean it's simple design. So, for example,
Oh,
Cat Between
Yes.
Us um, is such an impressive, such a concise design system that now they have sort of a international edition from the original small box that they've designed. And madalas ganun don, you'll discover really, I think that's a fun term that actually I've been trying to search kanina pa. ABGF is your really opportunity to discover new games. Kasi
Yeah.
talagang when you go around, so another thing na kakaiba, so if you go to typical Bacon, you'll be introduced to a group, tapos you sit down and then whatever is being played at the table, that's what you participate. Ito pabaliktad, alam mo talaga na lahat ng table dyan, halos, for the demos, are all for demos. So lahat yun magtuturo sa'yo kung paano maglaro. So punta ka doon, kung ano nakita, what's interesting, hi, can I um, line up so I can also try this game? And yeah, you just try it. So it's in terms of the feel, they all of the designers and publishers will have their demo people there, and they will be teaching you the game. So you just keep trying out all of these games. You can spend all 2 days, May 2 and 3, to just as learn and explore and see as many games that you guys could, because it's such a uh, cool opportunity to be able to bring together all of these amazing upcoming designers from Asia.
Yeah. Actually, in a way pala, some people already have had a taste of ABGF kasi you mentioned Cats Between Us. Yung Cats Between Us, actually, ABGF Discovery yun eh. Tapos, inuwi
Yeah,
yun
yeah.
dito eh. And then, nag-spread siya ng konti. So actually, that's kind of a taste of how ABGF kind of feels. You have these random games na parang saan nanggaling to, tapos biglang by word of mouth, uy, interesting to, kasi then medyo nag-spread siya. ABGF kind of has that feel. I'm sure there are other games that actually baka hindi lang people aren't just aware, but it's what brought it here in the Philippines was ABGF. Well, maybe us going there or mga ganon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, would be
So
willing to go
definitely,
to guest or speak at your office, your school, whatever, to spread the word of value of play, the value of play. We can go there to speak about Philippine game design. We can go there to speak about ABGF. Those things are definitely things that we already do. And then just send us an invite. we'll squeeze that in our schedule.
Yes, absolutely. Um, More opportunities for us to showcase the Filipino talent as well as the Asian talent definitely is
Oh,
a big
and I
plus.
think we
Um,
can also send a formal invite to the company itself to join ABGF. Baka, I don't know if
yeah,
pwede
yeah.
ba yun? Parang day
No,
off.
if they're interested.
Company field trip.
Field trip. Oh,
Yeah,
No,
instead of
kasi
anytime.
see,
going there, they can
see,
go.
We'll be inviting.
yeah. Yun nga sabi nga ni Sunny, he gives workshops to students, games. When you teach a lot of programming, it's a lot of times you need sort of this logic formulation, and games really do that. And what's really interesting is seeing just the permutations of how people take an idea and turn it into something new. And the Asian talent, it's always been quite creative. From the cars that we design, from the all of the technologies that we develop, you see the creativity in cost efficient precision. Parang laging ganon. So it's always fun to see. And I think also uh, it's also an opportunity for the Philippine market to also inspire the Asian designers. Because if they also see, people and culture in a different space, isa din yun sa sa na-experience natin na masaya whenever we go around nga for ABGF, because we're experiencing a totally different culture, and but yet we have a common translation language. Even if wala kaming English, we have the game in front of us and we can enjoy the experience together. And then maya maya kasama na namin kumain, tapos again with limited English, we're able to still connect. So that's pretty much the joy of it.
Shoutout pala natin si Rachel, nag-hide. So si Rachel is
Hey
one of the
Rachel.
people goes to Unpub. Yan, pumunta siyang
Definitely
ABGF.
see you at ABGF.
Yes. Sino pang
Yun. Sabi,
She'll be showcasing her game.
yeah.
yeah, let's go.
If that reminds you also, if you're a designer, if you have aspirations to design, it's also good to see what our neighbors are doing. How the
Yeah.
level of
Yes.
board game design is
Yeah.
doing now in Asia. And also you see how they solve the problems nga that Asian designers experience. Like yon, we don't have our market's not as big, our
Yeah.
games have to be a little cheaper, our tables are smaller, mga ganon lang. How do you put in
Yep.
your own
Yep. Yep.
culture? So yon, it's eye-opening then to just see how Asian designers are solving those design problems.
Yes. Thank
So
you,
Harvey
Adam, for
asks.
inviting us then to your
Harvey,
event.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So
Super thank you.
those are the events we
Yeah.
love going to.
with the help of
Right. So Harvey is asking, what are the prominent Filipino design games introduced, demoed in
Wait.
ABGF over the years?
Laking ko ba ulo ni
So-
Ron?
Oh, yeah,
Is
yeah.
on top of her head.
This one.
Oh, go do it.
Sige,
Yes.
meet ko muna Ron. So basically, actually Ron is very much a common designer sa Asia right now with Folded Wishes specifically. And also, interestingly enough, maganda yung traction ng watchlist kasi even
Yes.
with the Filipino context gets natin yung watchlist. Like as a design, we know what it's kind of referring to. Pero sa kanila talaga it's an experience, first time nila laruin. We have multiple instances of So, 'di ba yung sa Singapore pinag-usapan natin yung Dutch na watchlist. They play the game entirely in Dutch. Sa Thailand actually ganun din. So they just play it in Thai in front
Oh,
of me. Kasi I had an
nice.
assistant there na
Yeah.
she knew how to speak Thai. So kasi ko bahala dyan. And then she was like, okay, just since they were having a hard time playing English, they just play Thai. And then they played for quite a while din. Tapos ganun lang. In their native language, in whatever's most comfortable. Basta you need to describe the person as best as you can. So yeah, so
Yeah.
in terms of games, I guess we'd say Folded Wishes and Watchlist are actually gaining a lot of traction. Same then with Bits Please, which is actually kind of new popular. Kasi right now, first time siya, it was demoed in Thailand, but first time siya actually launched in Singapore. But by the end of the event, it's already basically available in 3 countries. Kasi kinuha na siya and then
Right.
we'll take it. We'll stock it na. Like we like it so much, let's get more of it. Yeah. So those are some of the
And of course,
game
Tayog,
design.
uh,
Oh, and
Tayog
Tayog too. Yes.
is Tayog,
Maraming kwento Tayog.
ang daming kwento ng Tayog. Yun yung tipong hindi binitawan si Nathan. Talagang, upo ka lang dyan, maglalaro tayo. Hindi siya binitawan. Pero,
Yung absence ni Nathan
yeah.
this year, medyo naging problema rin kasi a lot of people are hunting. Parang by proxy ako yung ginagawa na parang play with me.
Yeah, I know. Ako
We have to
nga
have
yung
dinner. Day 3 na, pwede mag-dinner.
yes.
Yeah, and tayo also get that same reaction locally. In some events, we will get people who will demo it once and then come back later in the afternoon and then come back day 2 and then will still want to play the same game.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
may ganong yun tayo for some
Yeah.
reason.
And ano
People
siya,
coming back.
ang natutuwa ako sa kanya, may parang hindi ko alam kung ano bang parang naparusahan mo ba sila Nathan sa pag-experience sila nung Tayog na parang gusto nila na ikaw yung talunin. Talagang as in babalikan ka nila. Parang, bakit ganito to? Parang meron bang pride na tinatamaan pag natatalo sa Tayog? Diba? But, and we're, so those are the popular ones. Of course, we have yung Wombo ni Nico. So that's a fun game. Even yung the IP game had some sa demos na napipick up siya. Of course, it wasn't published. Pero sa playtesting, talagang nalalatag, nalalaro siya ng So, I think, Folded Wishes naman is quite a few years na. But what was really interesting for us was every year namin siyang dinala, may bago naglalaro. Parang akala namin, kailangan ko na ng bago. Teka lang, marami pang iba na hindi nakakapag-try. So I guess growing pa lang talaga din yung Asian market in general. And ABGF and the conventions like it are really great conduits for it growing the community as well, kasi it's a very welcoming avenue for new gamers, because the format is it's a little bit different. It's you nga parang shopping for the next game to add in your collection. So but then very welcoming kasi nga grassroots, and then everybody's there. So if you've gone to those mga comic conventions or mga local artist convention, it has more lineage around that style.
Actually, yung advice ko, if you're going to Asian Board Game Festival, when you go there, you bring your friends, punta kayo sa group, pero siguro yung first few hours, huwag kayong magsama. Mag-split up kayo, ikot-ikot kayo sa ABGF, and then, siguro a few hours later, mag-meet up ulit kayo, tapos parang, uy, ito yung nakita ko, balikan natin. Ito yung na-discover ko, balikan natin. Ganun. Kasi, ewan ko, medyo ganun yung experience namin. Kasi, maybe it's because we have a booth, so we take turns going around, looking to the different, and then, since medyo madaming games, we don't really get to play everything. Biglang pagbalik ni Dwayne sa booth, parang, uy, may na-try ako na sobrang iba, tapos, hihilain na kami to try that game. So, ganun, I don't know if that helps answer, like, how do you get that rummage through the thing experience. At least personally, it's going through the event and looking for things you'd be excited to tell your friends about later, and then bring in your group to that booth later.
That is good advice. And yes, we absolutely do that. Because it is but we will be previewing and putting some lineups on the upcoming designers and publishers through the next few weeks until our road to ABGF Philippines. So you will be able to see, and kung meron ka nang type doon, meron ka nang parang interesting doon, then definitely add it to your target list. Tapos yun nga, medyo plan it out with the rest of your group. But definitely have fun strolling around, just discovering. Um, it's just for me, just that, just seeing all of these really interesting designs, in very approachable designers and publishers. So we're excited to see you guys, and thank you for again supporting our channel and supporting Larong Atin through the years, and now supporting us again for this new initiative, this new project of ours. And excited to again restart our podcast and our content this year, and we'll ramp up more
Yeah.
as we go through the
Yes.
years.
Stay tuned. We're gonna
Take
have
it
more
away then.
details as we go along with more episodes. Dollar currency, your peso is good. So even if they're foreigners, they will accept your peso. We will provide payment gateways for you to be able to pay in peso. You don't need to pay them in Singapore dollars or whatever. So, but
Ano.
if you bring your USD, I'll buy them.
Yeah, yeah. So, we'll make it as convenient as possible dun sa designers, kasi nga, to them, they're coming in and bringing in their games and demoing and so forth. So we're helping them, bridge them to you guys, and kami din, we're hoping that this is a nice avenue to discover, and also hopefully becomes an awesome experience for you guys.
Yeah. If
All
you have
right.
any,
So
if you have any other questions,
we haven't said where it is.
Oh, yes, okay. Before we
Ano?
Oh, no one wants to say it na.
So
Okay,
the
go
Asian
ahead, Dave.
Board Games Festival Philippines will be at the Bayanihan Center on May 2 to 3. So mark
Yay!
your
Woo!
calendars.
Home of the conventions. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Historical home to a lot of
So-
conventions. Banyan Center.
If you have any other questions, either as an attendee or an exhibitor or anything else, you can just message the page, I guess, and maybe we'll answer it in future podcasts, or I'll make reels about it, or so we'll try to answer whatever other questions you guys have.
If you see this video and you aren't watching it live, you can still post questions about the ABGF on the comment section, and then we will try to answer that maybe within 2 weeks. We'll see how often we can do this. But
Yeah,
we'll
no.
definitely
We'll put someone on it. We'll do our best. But yun nga, I mean, you guys know us naman, so approach and ask. And we're really excited to bring ABGF
Well,
to the Philippines.
this episode was supposed to be
Let's
longer
go.
kasi there was supposed to be a roadmap thing. Pero even then, ABGF alone, sobrang filled to the brim na yung pinag-usapan natin.
Yes.
Of the few episodes that you can expect, we might even have like surprise episodes in the months leading up to ABGF. So what can you expect aside from guestings from the international publishers and designers? We are also planning to get in some of our local voices. So one of the major thrusts of ABGF Philippines is, aside from the international market, we're also developing our own. Kasi partly what we want to do is, outside of just having yung mga guests coming in, we want our works, our creative output essentially, to be seen by the world. So, ano yan, it's a two-way system talaga na ABGF always does, even for the other ones in the other countries. We will have an episode featuring some of our designers, some of our advocates, ganun, and then we can talk about what this means from now on. Kasi we're a burgeoning market, the Philippine design market. There's a lot of designers. There's a lot of those who want to be publishers din. Pero syempre nga, it's a new market for everyone, for us included. So we're making space for it now. Kasi someone has to do it, di ba? We have to highlight our talent then. So bringing the Filipino talent to the world and vice versa. So it's part of what we do.
Awesome.
So expect that, maybe not on a regular schedule. Kasi feeling ko talaga we're gonna have a lot of extra episodes.
Yes. Ano yan, isisingit namin whenever kaya, and yan, thank you for supporting and staying with us this whole episode. It's been a while, and we're happy that you guys are still very much there with us
We missed you.
always.
Yeah, we missed you a
Yes.
lot.
We hope you missed us too.
There's ano pa. There's more. Like if you notice, what I'm wearing is supposed to be a teaser for things to come, but we don't have time anymore. So
Yeah.
expect sometime in the future big announcements, not just the ones we've been teasing since New Year. Even bigger announcements from
Awesome.
this guy over here.
Yeah. Kung fan ka ni Combatron,
Absolutely.
malaking announcement na mangyari sa ABGF.
Kung fan ka ng friends din ni
Nice.
Combatron.
Hmm.
Awesome.
We have so much in store. Naubusan lang ako ng oras.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot to talk
All right.
about ABGF
All right.
alone.
Well,
Yun na lang
well,
yung
yes. So that just means we need more episodes and more of you guys joining and sharing this content. So share this with everyone. Oh yeah, of course. All right. So thank you everyone for joining us. This is Larong Atin. We are excited to bring you Asian Board Game Festival. We would love to see you there. Until next time, see you guys.
Hey, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Message lang sa baba. Keep on commenting, okay?
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Tama na ba yung outro
Bye.
natin? Or biglang mawawala pa rin tayo?
Wala, bigla lang ito mawawala. You know, like, ano lang, si parokya
Ako yung
ni